Since time immemorial, man has been driven to push the limits of his strength, agility, and endurance in his quest to achieve total victory. One place has become synonymous with that quest. This is Mount Midoriyama in Japan. More than 1,500 feet of metal, mud, and pain. Over the past 13 years, 2,500 competitors have attempted to conquer this most punishing of obstacle courses. Only 3 have ever succeeded. And as a new breed of challenger rises in the West, the world wonders, is now the time? Could this be the year of the American Ninja Warrior?
The search is on for 10 Americans who will travel to Japan and take on the course at Mount Midoriyama. Yeah! But to get there, they must first prove themselves on this. A brutal course that will test their every muscle and challenge their every nerve.
Unbelievable!
We'll follow their grueling journey from the thousands who applied to the hundreds running the course.
Absolutely riveting!
Down to 15 semi-finalists who will ship off to boot camp, where they will endure the toughest training and testing of their lives. In the end, 10 finalists will earn the opportunity to go to Japan to take on the mother of all obstacle courses and the chance to win $250,000. Oh, yes! It all starts right here, right now. We're here in Venice, California, where hundreds of elite athletes and thousands of rabid fans have turned out for the much-anticipated Season 2 of American Ninja Warrior. I'm Matt Iseman, with me, Jimmy Smith. Jimmy, this year the ante has really been up. These athletes aren't just competing for a chance to take on Mount Midoriyama, but also for a chance at $250,000.
You know, among all these competitors are 2 men who have gotten all the way to stage 3 in Japan. Brian Orozco from San Francisco, he's made it to stage 3. Also, Levi Muhlenberg, a 24-year-old free runner from Michigan, has done it not once, but twice.
They're here in Venice Beach, hoping to earn the right to take on Mount Midoriyama. Today, the challenge might not come from the course or the clock, but actually from their fellow athletes, because the level of competition this year has improved dramatically.
You know, it has, but the course is tough enough by itself. I've run it. It's the hardest 320 feet most of these athletes will ever see, unless, of course, are lucky enough to make it on to Japan.
Well, right now we have Alison Haislip ready to take us into the action.
Guys, the next group of competitors are being walked through the course, learning the rules, but they don't get up here by chance. They put years of training into this, and they're hoping it all pays off as they take on the course. Let's take a look at the 6 obstacles they'll be facing today. Many of them precariously perched over some nasty water. First, they'll have to run through the quad steps, each spaced 4 feet apart, then use the rope to swing 20 feet across. Our third obstacle is a new one. It's the rotating bridge of blades, and it will require a lot of balance and agility. Next, the spider jump. At 24 feet long, it will really test their overall strength. Then, the jumping bars. These 4 bars are defeating 5 feet apart. And finally, the warp wall standing at a towering 14 feet. Make it and finish, or fail, and they go home. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allison. Well, hundreds will tackle the course, but only 30 will advance to the next round, and that's when things get really tough.
Now, because of those 30, only 10, the strongest, the most agile, will represent Team America in Japan.
Well, the wait is over. We have our very first competitor at the starting line. First up, a 22-year-old student from Irvine, California. It's Tyler Petey.
Well, he's a fellow MMA fighter. Wrestling is his passion, but usually we don't fight in G's. That's a little weird.
Well, I don't know if he came prepared or not, but let's see if he's prepared for the quad steps, Jimmy.
Oh! That is a first-round submission. That's what we call that, Matt.
Next up, we have a 34-year-old student minister from Bloomington, Indiana, Jeremy Earl.
Well, he also said he's done some mixed martial arts training. I don't know how that meshes in with ministry, but let's see if it helps him.
Well, he's going to need faith to get through this course.
Or the ability to walk on water.
Well,
that would...
But I think technically that would disqualify him, so walking on water won't be enough. not walk on water. Sort of an ignominious beginning for Team America here, but next up, Mark Folletti. He's a 21-year-old from Philadelphia.
He's been here since 4:30 this morning. Wanted to run the course early. He is jacked.
He's a gymnast, and he made the quad steps look easy there.
Getting a big jump. And, splash. I'm sure he wants that morning back.
I gotta say, he's a gymnast. I expected better technique on the rope swing. That just looked awkward.
But at least he reached for it, and that's the important part.
He laid out. I give him a 10 for his belly flop. This next person stepping up to the track, 25-year-old biochemistry control PhD candidate, Julie Hopper.
I'm Julie Hopper. I want to be in the Ninja Warrior.
I decided to try out for this course because I think I have what it takes and it looks really fun and I have a lot of balance and agility, and so I think that's what it takes to do this course.
With me is a woman who has both brawn and brain. You are getting your PhD at Berkeley, and yet we find you here at the Ninja Warrior course. Why?
Well, I should be at the lab right now looking at my plants and insects, but I just love to jump around on things, and I've heard someone told me there's no women that have ever completed the course, so I felt like someone has to do it, so hopefully I can see that happen today or tomorrow. It's not me, someone else.
Julie Hopper getting ready to go.
Let's go, Julie!
You know, she also does a Brazilian martial art, capoeira, very talented, very experienced. You know, if any woman can take on this course, I think it's her.
Very timid start, and, well, she's got more time to study now.
Well, she has a fallback career, so, you know, she can only be so disappointed.
That's all right, good job! At least you made it!
Up next, a 39-year-old fitness trainer from Northern California, Tai Huang.
A little bit older, but he's got a lot going for him. Tennis champ, Olympic-level volleyball player, and Ironman triathlete. A lot of physical skills.
Little rough through the quad steps, onto the rope swing. Let's see if he can smooth it out here, Jimmy.
Well, he's taking his time on this one. Actually testing the strength of the rope. I don't know if he trusts it. Oh, big jump, overswings, he doesn't make it. Big splash.
Well, he's a triathlete. I guess he can start working on his swimming.
Didn't grab too high.
And now for something outrageous, Kevin Zeef, Frog Dude.
Well, my jumping skills obviously are superb. They're superb. I'm Frog. I'm the best jumper of all these people out here. I think I'm better than last year. I mean, I kind of feel like it was rigged. You could smell the baby oil on the pipes when I slid off. It was obvious. I mean, there's no chance I'm not going to win the whole thing. I mean, I'm already dressed to go to Japan.
Frogboy seems to be employing some interesting martial arts meditation preparation.
Or cheerleading. I can't really tell. Or the YMCA?
Frogboy hops his way through the quad steps.
But not as well as you imagine a frog would do.
Now he's just showing off. What was that swing? The crowd's responding. Oh, hard landing.
Face plant on the Bridge of Blades, man.
Ribbit Mr. Frog. Hey, maybe Frogboy will find his Miss Piggy in the crowd someplace.
Could be.
Oh, man. I think that's about to knock the breakfast out of me.
Trying his hand now, a 23-year-old security guard from Fullerton, California, Michael Uwandi.
Well, in addition to being a security guard, he's also a competitive boxer and has that boxing footwork, Matt, I'm telling you.
He looked real smooth. Let's see how he does on the rope swing. Big upper body here. Will that hurt him?
It got him through. He's through the rope swing.
And not even wrestling on the Bridge of Blades, but it costs him. He is down. The boxer KO'd by the Bridge of Blades. Up now, our second female competitor and someone who's dressed for the occasion, Donnie Threats, 28 years old from San Diego.
She's a personal trainer and acrobat.
Oh, and she is in the water.
That sucks.
Well, most 21-year-olds are out partying, particularly when they go to a great school like Penn State. But William Boone is at the American Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
He is one dedicated Nittany Lion. He wants to show his school what he can do.
I'll tell you what I would love to see is Joe Paterno out on this course.
Well, he's got an open invitation.
Well, he's cramming through the quad steps. Not pretty, but he's through.
Well, one obstacle down, 5 to go, onto the rope swing.
Looked like he had it. They just, a lot of guys are afraid to commit on that final leap on the rope swing.
You know, we're seeing a lot of awkward landings. It's because the ones that do it right fling their bodies forward.
Bridge of Blades has been absolutely lethal.
I'm wondering if this will become the problem obstacle for a lot of the upcoming competitors, Matt.
Several people have attempted the course, and no one has yet made it through. But coming up, one of our oldest competitors proving that age is only a number. And later, fan favorite Brett Sims tries to crack the top 30. We'll see those runs and more when we come back with American Ninja Warrior. We're here in Venice, California, where hundreds of competitors from around the country have come in hopes of making it to the top 30. But this course is definitely living up to its reputation, as we've seen person after person tumble out of the competition.
The challenge continues, but there's a lot more to this event than just the athletes competing. For more on that, let's check in with Alison Haislip.
Well, guys, this is way more than a competition. This is an entire fan experience. There are thousands of people here, and most of them are in line at this booth because there are a couple Japanese all-stars signing here, including the man himself, Makoto Nagano. Only the second person to ever conquer Mount Midoriyama and achieve total victory. But we have our very own American all-stars here. I have found Brian Orozco. And Brian, I have to ask you, you've come back to us this year with some rather interesting facial hair.
Yes, I like to enter every contest with a little, I don't know what you call it, some kind of gimmick.
Flair?
And, yeah, flair. Kind of helps me cut the pressure, and this year it's the mustache.
Well, hopefully the mustache doesn't hold you back. It doesn't seem very aerodynamic, but I have faith in you, sir.
No, it's for lift. It's for lift. It's for flying.
There we go. Then I expect to see you in our top 30.
Thank you.
Coming up now, we have a 51-year-old grandfather, Kelvin Antwine.
This guy is in incredible shape. He's been training for this nonstop. He is 100% dedicated. Let's take a look.
My name is Kelvin Antwine. I'm 51 years old, and I know I could be the next American Ninja Warrior. It's about upper body strength, lower body strength, and endurance. All I need is one chance to prove that I can do it.
Are you a little intimidated that you are quite possibly twice the age of some of these competitors?
As a matter of fact, I'm not intimidated, I'm motivated to be down here, to be able to be in good health and strength, to be able to compete with some of these guys who I could be old enough to be their dad.
And Kelvin is at the starting line. Listen to that crowd. They're chanting Grandpa, which I think is complimentary. It's not a taunt, right?
I think it is. I think it is. Who's a little younger, it'd be some kind of insult.
Off into the quad step, surprisingly nimble. Little stumble, but through it.
And it was 1 foot at a time. Great technique.
And he is playing it up to the crowd. He's getting everything he can out of this crowd.
But he is taking his time. He's sizing up the obstacles and getting the crowd into it. Takes time.
Crowd is disappointed. He wanted to give them something to cheer for, and getting through the quad steps was enough. Just getting out of the course has to be a victory for a 51-year-old grandfather.
You know, he's a big guy. He just didn't get enough momentum to make it across.
Next up is Aaron Laddick. He's a local guy from right here in Los Angeles. Placed in the top 50 last year, wasn't quite fast enough for the top 30.
I've been training for the past couple months, actually, knowing what my main weakness is, which is my upper body strength, really trying to focus on that and build that up. Even at the restaurant where I work, I've found a place to train where I'm scaling up the walls up to the ceiling. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting when the busboys come walking back there and you're at the ceiling and they're like, what are you doing?
He's concerned about his upper body strength. He's a waiter, and he's been training at the restaurant, climbing walls in the kitchen.
I'm sure management loves that.
He wants to get a big jump here. He needs that momentum.
He makes it through the rope swing. That training really paying off. Taking his time now. The Bridge of Blades, I tried this earlier, incredibly difficult obstacle.
Well, let's see if he can use those long legs, maybe get some light steps on it, and he barely makes it across.
Looked like he took a pretty good impact on the landing. That's got to have him winded into the jumping spider.
Now he's got long arms, but I don't see a lot of strength there, not a lot of muscle. Let's see if he has the strength to hold himself up on this one.
Looks like he's having some awkward technique. He's slipping.
I don't know if he can pull himself back up, and he doesn't.
He is wet, and it's one of those things when you're early in this competition, you don't have the chance to watch competitors and study their technique. Coming up, we have another female on the course, Lisana Haskins. She's a professional acrobat.
She's an aerialist, and she really has some amazing skills.
I don't necessarily need to prove I'm in as good a shape as guys. I am a girl, so I'm not going to pretend to be a guy, but you know, I just came out here to have fun and have a good time and see where I get in the course. Last year, I fell on the pipe slider, the second to last obstacle. So almost to the end, I was looking forward to trying the wall at the end, and I didn't get to. So maybe this year I'll get there.
Lisana definitely has a shot here, has an excellent background, could be our first female ever to complete the course.
Could be our first person, Matt. She looks real good through the quad steps.
Let's see the rope. Now again, upper body strength could be difficult for a woman on the rope, trying to support herself as she swings through. But she's through it. Lisana Haskins taking her time on the Bridge of Blades.
Wow, different approach. Didn't run right through the center, but she's over
Very
easily.
nimble.
Here's where we're gonna see if that frame betrays her, if she has the upper arm strength to make it through the spider jump.
Well, she has some impressive quads. She looks like she is locked in on the spider jump.
Well, what I like, she's using a lot of legs. More than her arms and shoulders, she's using her legs, and she's having an impressive run.
Well, that'll save some of the arm strength now. She's through. She's made it the farthest so far. She could be our first person through the course.
Now she has a gymnastics background, and she doesn't quite make it.
She just didn't have the leaping ability. Maybe the legs are a little tired from the spider jump.
That's the problem with having those two obstacles back to back. They're both really physically taxing. They'll work out your shoulders and your legs, and you have to have enough juice to get through both.
Double dipping on America, fan favorite and parkour superstar Brett Sims.
He's competed at Sasuke, and we had a chance to ask him about his experience.
I've been doing free running for like 3 years or so. I've competed twice in the past on the actual Sasuke course in Japan. I did okay in Japan. The first year I went, I got to the jumping spider and tragically fell in the water. The next time around, I made it past that, so I felt good about that, but then the warped wall got me. I'm gonna go out there and do, obviously, the best I can do, and I believe I can get at least in the top 15 or so, and then we'll just kind of go by there.
You know, he's been to Japan before and competed, so he has that mental edge of experience. We'll see if that carries him all the way through, and if it carries him through fast enough.
He does a lot of free running. His agility and strength are outstanding.
No hesitation in between obstacles.
Right into the Bridge of Blades. Oh my goodness, Brett Sims is down. Unbelievable.
Well, it's the strategy. If you run on one side, you're trying to get speed, but there's more of a chance you'll fall.
Brett Sims, I am absolutely shocked that he is out this early. We've seen a few people clear some of our toughest obstacles, but no one has yet made it through the entire course. Coming up, a guy who's lost an incredible 70 pounds to take on American Ninja Warrior. And three brothers with an acrobatic comedy act try to go 3 for 3. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior. Jimmy, so far this course is proving to be very formative.
Yeah, it's eating these competitors alive.
We've had a lot of competitors get washed out, including fan favorite Brett Sims. That was quite a shock, Jimmy. You have to wonder how many more of our top guys are going to be taken out by the Bridge of Blades.
You know, here you have an obstacle that's new, they have no experience on it, and it's very hard to train for. It takes a very specific technique, so it's really tripping these guys up. But we have a lot more people left to run, including returning favorite, Brian Orozco. They're all fighting to be in the top 30, and ultimately, one of 10 Americans, they're gonna travel to Japan and take on Mount Midoriyama.
And there's extra incentive this year. If any American does complete the course, beyond the honor, beyond the glory, there's cash, baby. $250,000. Up now, a mystery wrapped in an enigma, stuffed into tights that are way too small. It's Green Man David Moss.
Hopefully that water is not too cold because that thing is tight.
Well, according to him, he has powers beyond that of mortal man, so he should fly through this course as he takes on the quad steps. Little trouble here, Jimmy.
And a mortal man can apparently not get through quad steps.
Well, let's hope the tights are color safe. Every now and again, we come across a really inspirational story, and such is the case with the man who's at the beginning of the course right now, Ibrahim Peak. He lost 70 pounds just to get on American Ninja Warrior. Alison Haislip had a chance to talk to him earlier.
You have a very interesting story because had we seen you last year, apparently there would have been a lot more of you, correct?
Yeah, I'd be about 260 pounds.
You have lost 70 pounds since last year, all to run the American Ninja Warrior course.
Pretty much, yeah.
So how did you go about losing all that weight?
Well, I've been climbing about 300 feet of rope a day and doing 3-mile fartlek runs.
You are an inspiration to anyone out there who has any sort of weight issue whatsoever. So I'm really hoping that we are seeing you at the end and that we can all cheer you on.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's see if that translates to some agility, see how far he can get through the obstacle course.
You know what, no matter how he does, I think in his mind, he's already a winner. The big loser could be the big winner. Looking great through the quad steps. He's onto the rope swing.
It shows he's dedicated and committed. Anyone who can lose 70 pounds to get into competition is taking it very seriously.
And it's amazing. You look at him, he looks like he's in fantastic shape. Through the bridge of blades. Wow. No pause going into the spider jump.
Well, he is going for it, not like he's just trying to finish, but like he wants the best time.
The look of determination on his face is absolutely riveting. Now, he actually has the individually toed shoes, which seem to serve him well there in the spider jump. Got it! The first person to make it this far today, and Jimmy, the crowd is loving it. Yes! He's on! He's on! Under a minute, Ibrahim Peak, absolutely astounding.
57.98 seconds. That is great. He should be very proud. This whole crowd should be very proud of him. Let's send it down to Alison Haislip, who's with Ibrahim now.
All right, man, you lost 70 pounds to be here, and you actually finished the course. How are you feeling right now?
I feel tired, but good. Really, really good.
Thanks, Alison. We've got the Platt brothers coming up. They are unusual. These are three brothers who have an acrobatic comedy act, and they were having a lot of fun showing off their skills earlier today.
My name is Boone Platt. I'm 24 years old.
I'm Cheetah Platt. I turned 26 today. I'm Cy Platt. I'm 28 years old, and we're all from San Diego, California.
Yeah.
We've been huge fans of the show. We've dreamt every year of going out and taking on Mount Midoriyama, and we are so pumped about this. We couldn't sleep last night. I'm dreadfully tired, but we are super excited for this course.
He'll probably do the best and the worst.
Yes,
Boone's definitely going to do best and worst.
Yeah.
He's going to make it, but it's going to be ugly.
All right, let's see how this dynamic trio does. First on the starting block is brother Boone.
Come on, Boone!
Boone's going through. Barely gets through the quad steps.
Pick him up.
You know what? His older brothers get to go to school off him, watching him go through the course.
I wonder if they drew straws to see who went first, exactly how that went.
That's interesting. The youngest did go first. Sometimes it all rolls downhill.
Come on, Boone. Come on, come on, come on.
Very agile through the bridge of blades.
Great job on the bridge of blades.
Just striding right through it.
Yeah, he might have a shot here.
He's kind of out. Anytime you see the hips get out of perpendicular with the spider jump, you know they got to be expending energy.
Great jump onto the jumping bars.
Smoothly in. All gymnasts from San Diego, they should be right at home on the jumping bars.
Imagine the pressure if the youngest one goes first and makes it.
Well, all that's left is the warped wall. Looking at a time right around a minute. Let's see, he's really kind of gathering himself here.
Come on, Boone! Get up there! Get up!
Good strong run, just can't hold with one hand. But remember, he'll get 3 attempts on the warped wall.
Run it!
Got 2 hands. Boone Platt is through, setting the standard for all 3 brothers. His time, a minute 18:02.
Whoa, yeah!
Next up is brother Cheetah.
Well, hopefully he lives up to his name, has some speed.
It's a lot of pressure when the parents named him. Boone had just a fantastic run through the Bridge of Blades, which has really been a problematic obstacle. Horrendous through the quad steps there, but recovers, gets through it.
And Boone made up time later, I think, on the spider jump. So a bad start doesn't necessarily mean a bad finish with the Platt brothers.
Looking at the Bridge of Blades, will he have learned from Boone? Tries to emulate his technique, not quite as graceful, but he is through.
Having trouble already with the spider jump.
Now, the same thing, the hips not perpendicular, kind of rotating them out. Looks a lot more awkward, looks like it requires a lot more strength.
And it's a very slow technique. It costs you a lot of time doing that.
Actually, he just hit his head on one of the crossbars. Just focused on getting through, getting near the end. Has to be getting tired. But onto the jumping bars, his brother Boone cheering him on every step of the way. That's what younger brothers do. Again though, unless he really picks up his pace, he's not gonna touch Boone's time.
One-arm swing, that's a great technique if you're long enough to do it.
Almost loses it. Now onto the warped wall. Jimmy, it looks like he's not going to beat Boone's time of 1:18.02. He's taking a second to catch his breath, just hoping to make it 2 for 2.
Think about it, in preparing for this, each one of these guys had 2 training partners that was pushing them like crazy.
Absolutely, and he gets up in one try a time of 1:31.51. So far, the Platt brothers 2 for 2. Boone through, Cheetah through. 1 left to go. Cheetah not even close to Boone's time.
Well, maybe they switched the names up at birth. You know, it could be one of those things. But Cheetah a little bit slower, but he finished the course. That's impressive.
2 brothers gone through, but the oldest left to go. He better not tarnish the family name.
That's amazing. You know, there's a long history of athletes that do well when they have a twin or a brother in the sport. You have a built-in training partner 24 hours a day, and I think that's what these guys have, and it showed.
Side through the quad steps quite easily. Little awkward on the rope swing.
Take it fast! Come on, son.
The dreaded Bridge of Blades.
You got this, you got this.
Taking his time.
Whoa!
Not that, actually using his hand to try to balance himself as he went through.
Come on, son. Yes! Come on, guys.
So far, the best technique I've seen out of the Platt brothers in the spider jump. And he is
blazing right through it.
Gathering himself on the jumping bars, the Platt brothers being very deliberate. Again, the thought may be better to finish rather than just try to blaze through and make a simple mistake. Will he do the arm-to-arm technique? No, going with the two-handed technique.
You got it, you got it.
That's a little bit slower, but I think it's a bit safer.
But I'll tell you what, with his time so far, if he gets up on this warped wall on the first try, he'll be the fastest Platt brother. Clock is ticking, though.
Will they go 3 for 3, the Platt brothers today?
Go!
Yes!
And they do it!
Both hands! And there it is, side block for the time of 1 minute, 11.06 seconds. All 3 Platt brothers are through.
And the oldest is the fastest.
Let's take a look at the times on the leaderboard. So far, 4 people have cleared the course. 3 of them, Platt brothers. Impressive showing from this trio.
Well, we're starting to see some amazing work on this course, and there are a lot more runs to come, including top returner Ryan Cloud Cousins, who's looking to secure a return trip to the top 30 in the hopes of finally claiming a spot to Japan.
Welcome back to Venice Beach and American Ninja Warrior. We're finally seeing some competitors battle through the course. So far, 4 people have made it in the hopes of having the top 30 times and claiming a spot in the semifinals.
3 of them from the same gene pool. The board currently dominated by the Platt brothers. What a surprise that was.
Looks like Ryan Cloud Cousins has just stepped up to the starting line. He's been around since the very beginning of the parkour scene.
Parkour is great for Ninja Warrior because it's full of adaptation. You know, just going to the obstacle your first time and adapting to whatever situation you're put into. So last year I made it to the top 15 in the finals. I didn't get to go to Japan, but hopefully this year I will.
And Ryan Cloud Cousins is ready to go.
Well, he made it to the finals last year, but placed 12th, didn't go to Japan, and wow, goes through the quad steps, no problem.
Let's see if he's learned from the previous competitors onto the rope swing.
And he does, beautiful jumping, great landing, didn't lose any momentum at all.
Looking fantastic, into the bridge of blade. Oh, it looked like the cloud floated through that obstacle.
It made it look easy, and that's been the death of a lot of great competitors.
He is just annihilating this course, making it look easy.
What I like is he doesn't look fatigued. He's almost taking his time as he flies through the course. Oh, one-handed grab, that is very fast.
He is the fastest through the course to this point by a long shot onto the warped wall. Can he do it on his first try? Yes! Ryan Cloud Cousins blowing the course away.
Wow, he looks ready to go to Japan already. Definitely in the top 30.
Next up is someone who looks promising, Matt Alvarado. He's a firefighter on his Native American reservation.
Good job on the quad steps, has that double step technique. He did comparatively quickly.
Real fast, looked real agile onto the rope swing. Good leap, feet up.
He makes an acrobatic jump.
Real fast onto the jumping spider, tucking his necklace away. He's got his priorities straight.
It's so hard to recover from a stumble on the spider jump.
But he's kept his leg, kept good position there. He's going up real high, actually having to duck underneath the crossbars.
Had good time, 36 seconds, and he's onto the jumping bars, and he gets to the first one. Excellent job.
The crowd is going nuts. He is really, our hearts are in our throats with every leap here.
He's doing the double-handed technique. That's very safe, but it lets you go from bar to bar, but it's not that fast. He's at about a minute to the warped wall.
On the warped wall, will he make it up? It's 14 feet high. Let's see how he does.
That's where his build is working against him. He's not that tall. That agility, him being small, has helped him thus far, but you need a lot of technique for this warped wall, and you only get 3 tries. Doesn't make it in try number 2, not even that close.
Not even close, and I gotta say right now, he has to be feeling fatigued. He flew through that course. I think it's catching up to him right now. All on this one last effort.
Oh, so close. He just got his fingertips over the top, but he doesn't quite make it, but a great run by Matt Alvarado.
Next on the starting block, a returner, Ryoga V.
Yeah, but it looks heavily padded. I think he's ready to fall, but it looks good on the quad steps.
Well, he claims to train in wushu and be an MMA fighter. I don't know about that, Jimmy.
Everybody claims to be an MMA fighter until they get punched in the face.
Well, it looks like the rope swing might punch him there. Did not make it through, but gets another start on it.
Nice high jump, not getting a lot of momentum, but he makes it.
He is through onto the bridge of blades, and he is fired up, Ryoga. He was fighting the bridge of blades, and he has lost. He is still down. That had to hurt.
Oh, and it hits him again after the bell. Totally illegal.
Well, that's not the only agonizing fall we've seen so far. Plenty of competitors have been taken out by the course. But none of them compared to this wipeout of the day. Mark Paletti aimed high, but the higher they go, the harder they fall. Dozens of people have run the course, and only 5 have made it through. So far, the best time of the day has been set by Ryan Cloud Cousins with a blistering 43.86 seconds.
With so many people left to run, it's hard to say how many of them we're gonna see in the top 30, but definitely some very strong times up there.
It's still early in the competition, but we've already seen some impressive work on the course.
We have especially that run by Ryan Cloud Cousins. He blazed through the course in 43.86 seconds.
And all 3 Platt brothers dominating the course.
And who can forget Ibrahim Peak, who lost 70 pounds training this year? Incredible.
And there was another impressive run, Austin Green, a returner who didn't make the top 30 last year. He set a time of 57.96 seconds, just 0.02 of a second faster than Ibrahim. And Alison Haislip is with Austin right now.
Austin, congratulations for finishing, but do me a favor, don't touch me. You are dripping blood right now, man.
I won't. Hey, give a little blood to win.
Woo! You're putting it on my shoes!
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, well, this course is brutal. That's probably not the only injury we'll see, Matt.
Well, this next athlete, he's a professional breakdancer, and he's the Harlem Globetrotters mascot. He was doing some impressive stuff earlier as he warmed up.
I was born for this. Everybody knew I was a ninja when I was a little kid. They used to call me Ninja Boy. Ever since my mom saw me start to forge my own weapons in the garage, she said, there's something different about this guy. As a professional breakdancer, it's always a good segue into stunts. You know, you start spinning on your head, and the next thing you know, you're getting thrown through a window, or falling down some stairs, or standing on ice in a thong, eating pudding.
As crazy as the Harlem Globetrotters is, what must it take to be their mascot?
Well, his nickname is Ninja, so he has a lot to live up to on the American Ninja Warrior obstacle course. Going with the patriotic colors, I gotta salute that. Let's see how Ninja does on the rope swing. Brave man wearing a wrestling singlet in this weather.
And the Bridge of Blades claims another victim.
Well, so much for the Harlem Globetrotters. Today, he was more like the Washington Generals. Coming up, Adam LaPlante. He's a parkour practitioner with some extreme skills.
I've been practicing parkour for 4 years. It teaches you to embrace the fear that you have and just kind of focus on the present moment. I thought this would be well suited for my skills.
First timer Adam LaPlante at the starting line. Smooth through the quad steps onto the rope swing. A little rough on the dismount, Jimmy.
But he's up quickly. Bridge of Blades has been a killer, and he makes it.
Real interesting technique there. Got him through. Looks like he gets a little smile right onto the jumping spider.
What I like is using a lot of momentum. See big jumps here. He's kind of going from one obstacle to the next with a lot of speed.
And after seeing Cloud make it look easy, maybe that's inspired him. Using the two-handed technique, though, on the jumping bars.
You know, I think the two-handed technique is a little safer, but it does cost you some time. But he's doing well. I think he has some time to give up.
Again, not quite as tall as Cloud, so may not have the reach to actually pull off the one-arm technique. But he's at the warped wall.
I think if he wants to have a competitive time, he needs to make this in one. A minute is about the cutoff, I think. That'll be important, and he makes it.
He made it look easy. Just under a minute. Adam LaPlante.
That's a good time, not quite as fast as Ryan Cloud Cousins, but he's quite possibly secured a spot in the top 30.
And up now, one of the most anticipated runs of the day. Someone who has to be a favorite to be in our top 10 to head to Japan because he did it last year. It's Brian Orozco.
I always love going to Japan. I mean, the country itself is awesome. I love the culture. And being able to go to the competition and see all my friends again, it's just like the icing on the cake. Making it to the third stage last time was definitely a milestone for me. I've been trying for several years, and 2 times I fell. Actually, clearing the second stage was a big weight off my shoulders and just paved the road for more to come. I'm always confident going into the obstacle course, but I still try and stay focused so that I don't get ahead of myself, because every course is new, and even if I've done it before, just because I did it before doesn't mean I can do it again.
But one thing we have to keep in mind is that experience is a factor. It's not the factor. We've seen some experienced athletes not get halfway through this course, so it's going to be interesting how he does.
Well, Orozco's been to Mount Midoriyama 4 times, so I'm thinking that experience is going to carry him through, and if not, maybe the handlebar mustache will. No problem through the quad steps. Absolutely like a gazelle bounding through there.
Veteran athletes have done well with the rope swing.
A rough landing, though, surprisingly. Through the Bridge of Blades, barely. A little stumble there. Flying through the spider jump. My goodness, nobody has been close to this fast.
And no hesitation between the bridge and the spider jump. That's important.
But you saw him really assess the leap and make sure he didn't make a mental lapse there. A little surprising he's not going from arm to arm, but rather jumping onto the warp wall. Doesn't even stop. Right up. It looks like we're going to have our best time, and we do 41.23.
Brian Orozco did not disappoint. 41-23, that is a great time.
Look at him coming down. He's absolutely thrilled. I think his time will stand as one of the top 30.
And the momentum of such a great performance, that stays with you in the coming days, and I think that's important in a competition like this.
Almost 100 competitors attempted the course, but only 8 completed it.
And remember, only the competitors with the top 30 times will secure a spot in the semifinals. Currently, Brian Orozco, the legend, holding on to the fastest time of the day.
But there's a lot more action to come this season as we watch hundreds more, all of them competing for a chance to make it to Japan's Mount Midoriyama with the hopes of winning $250,000 and becoming the first American Ninja Warrior. For Jimmy Smith and Alison Haislip, I'm Matt Iseman. We'll see you next time.